Hello and welcome to episode 66, and for this video I'm doing a 24-hour session. I've come down to Whelford Fisheries, which is just near Lechlade in Gloucester, and yeah, it's been a few years since I've fished here before. Never done a blog here before, so I thought it was about time I come here and did a video. I'm in a swim known as the Point, which is apparently one of the better swims on the lake, so quite happy about that, because walking around the lake when I first got here it was quite busy, so to get one of the favoured swims when I got here is quite good. So already fishing, got 2 rods out quickly, so that's just got the bivvy to put up now, and then yeah, all my bits and pieces sort out. So right, I'm going to crack on and do that for 2 of them. Let's go fishing. Alright guys, all set up now, comfortable, bivvy's up, everything's inside the bivvy, so I can now take a little time just to show this swim. As I said in the intro, I'm in a swim known as the Point, which is at the far end of the complex. It's not a bad swim because you don't get a lot of interference from other swims in this peg. So there's a big tree there, and the next peg is, well, as you can see, just there through the trees. So all the water to my left, I mean I am on the very end peg, so all the water to my left is my own, because this peg here can't interfere with my water because of this big tree. So I'll show you where I'm fishing. I have got my left dam rod, if I get the point right, just there, a lot on the edge of that tree line, and my right hand rod is just there on the edge of that tree line. Just after I film the intro, this tree here, not this one, but this one on the far bank, it's sort of overhanging the water. Let's just put the camera away, and a fish was topping out just behind that sort of overhang there, and it sort of jumped and jumped and jumped, and then didn't see it again after that. So it's, at least I know I've got a fish in the area of 1 rod. So yeah, just waiting for the first fish now, if there's the first fish. Hopefully that carp cradle can be put to use. Well, I did a lap of the lake when I first got here. Apparently a 30 come out last night. So yeah, one of them would be okay. So as you can see, I've got plenty of open water out in front of me. So the only other swim that sort of really could interfere with me is this peg over, this peg over here. But I've seen where they're fishing. They're fishing down that tree line, so a bit in open water. So nowhere near where I want to fish or could fish. If the tree line don't produce, then I might bring a rod out into open water, sort of roughly about there. But anyway, now I'm set up, I'm going to have some lunch, so I'll catch you later. Right guys, I was just about to do a recast on the far bank where I'm fishing, or up there, and I don't know if you can make out, but just about where my rod point is, there's some bobbling going on. So there's obviously a feeding fish down there, so I'm just going to do a little underarm swing. I've tied up a tiny little PVA bag. I'm just going to try and drop it in really delicately, just to Try and not spook the fish that's down there. So I'm just going to do a little underarm swing and hopefully pick up that fish that's feeding down there. Just finding my left hand rod, going to recast it again after I showed that bit of bobbling and fizzing down in the sort of right in front of me after I put that bag on it. Never saw nothing else after that, so as careful as I was to put a small PVA bag in, I think it still spooked the fish that was down there feeding, so when I go back to my original spot, but where my rod tip is by the margins. So I've seen fish showing over there, so I'm going to put a bag back on that spot over by that tree line. Alright guys, just an evening update. Not been a lot of action, so there's not a lot to update you with, to be fair, but as you've just seen, I've just catapulted out 3 or 4 pouches of boilies over each of my spots just to try and entice the fish into feeding where where my rigs are. But that's been fish showing around sort of in the general area, sort of to my left. I mean, I'm on a bit of a point, so the lake sort of goes right round the corner from where I am. The fish has been jumping out there a few times, so I could put a rod down there, but if I was going to do that, it'd be around the corner out of my view, and I don't like to have my rods out of view. But yeah, no one's caught anything while I've been here anyway, so it's just not me that's being slow. Hopefully something can come in tonight. It's early evening time, I'd say late evening, early night time now. The light's just starting to fade a bit. So, yeah, don't know what to say really. Alright, save waffling on, I'll cut it there. So, hopefully next time you see me, it'll be with a fish, or it'll be the morning. Morning guys. Been a very quiet night. Had a good night's sleep. Can't say I exactly heard a load of bite alarms going off all around the lake either. It's nice and early. Just about to have me morning porridge. try and be a bit healthier on these fishing trips now, with porridge rather than eggs and bacon and sausages and whatnot. Yeah, I'm gonna have this breakfast and then do a recast. Been up about 20 minutes or so and been looking over the lake, and I can't see any fish movement or bobbling and fizzing over the areas where I'm fishing. I can see a bit of bobbling and fizzing out in open water, so I think when I've had this breakfast I'll recast and just try my luck out in open water, because fishing that tree line, don't want to boil me porridge over. Yeah, fishing that tree line doesn't seem to be very don't seem to be paying off. Normally somewhere like that you think that's bound to produce fish, but it hasn't for me this trip. Oh well. Still got about 6 hours of fishing left to go, so it's not a blank yet. It's never a blank until the rods are wound in, but it is starting to feel that way. Oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on, have me porridge. Hopefully something can happen soon. Fingers crossed. Right then guys, just while I was eating my porridge, I've just seen a bit of bobbling and fizzing going on just off this tree where I'm fishing, just off to my right. It's just going on still a bit at the moment. Don't know if you can pick it up on screen. So it's just wound in my right hand rod. Gonna put a little PVA bag on it and hopefully try and pick up the fish that's feeding down there. Right on the money. Right then, that's both of my rods recast now onto different areas. The right hand rod just off this tree to my right, as you see me do, and then my left hand rod is just fishing open water, as you see me do yesterday. I put a handful of boilies over each rod. But when I left in me wound in me left hand rod, my bait now looks like that. It did look like that, but as you can see, it's been munched. That's down to the crays in here. So if anyone ever comes here, I'd say it's definitely advisable to fish pop-ups or bits of plastic on your hook baits. I mean, if I'd have left that in any longer, I think that wouldn't have been on the hair much longer. So yeah, just have to be wary of lakes that have got crayfish problems. sort of try and do something to combat it. Right then guys, so at times like this I wish I could fish with 3 rods or 4 rods. All seems to be going mental out in front of me. I've still got a rod just to my right, because it's still bobbling like mad just off these branches down here. I've got bobbling going on like mad, literally half a rod length off my rod tips. I've got my left hand rod at the moment fishing right to me left. The fish jumped out earlier on, so I'll put a rod on that. And where I was fishing earlier on, sort of in the line of where my rod is pointing, where I showed you yesterday, a fish just topped out over there. So I've got plenty of action. There's showing signs in front of me. Just no fish to actually show for it. Oh, so I'm a bit of a dilemma at the moment. Do I leave my rods where they are? Because there's still bobbling going on where my right hand rod is. Or do I move my rods to where the latest fish activity was just showing? Decisions. There's only a few hours of fishing time left, not even that, a couple of hours of fishing time left, so it's getting desperate times now. What to do? Right then guys, coming to the end of my session now. As you can see, my rods are still out at the moment, but it's looking like it's a blank. As soon as I finish this bit to camera, that's it, the rods are coming in and it's game over. There's been plenty of fish showing. As the day's been going on, there's been fish showing out there. Unfortunately, I'm just not hooking up to any of them. As I said earlier, if I'd have fished every spot I've seen a fish show on, I needed about 5 rods this morning, so unfortunately it's not happened. So my first blog at Whelford is unfortunately a blank. So I'll come back, try another time. I've had plenty of advice off of people what to fish and how to fish and where to fish, spots, etc. So I'll be putting some of them tactics into use next time here. Don't know when that'll be, but that's carp fishing. You got to take the blanks when they happen. Anyway, to my next blog, I'll see you then, which will probably be the back of the landing net match in 2 weeks' time. But until then, tight lines.